What's up, you guys? It's your boy Don Jaye. I'm here with
Danny.
Danny. We had this behind the scenes. I just asked her a question earlier. I said, do you date white guys, black guys, Asian guys, etc.? You said,
No, I won't be in a relationship with a white man.
why?
But I can use one.
Goddamn, why? Let me turn that off too. No.
So this is my explanation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know in the future, I don't have any children.
Mm-hmm.
I want 2 sons.
Okay.
Okay?
You don't get to decide, but okay.
But I'm going to try my best with everything that I've learned.
Wait, what?
You know, there's remedy. Well, there's what's the word? Like, my family has told me things on how to get a boy. You know, people do that.
Oh my God.
Say if you want a boy, you need to be dominant. You know, that's not what we're talking about. So at the end of the day, I know that I want sons.
Yes.
So 2 reasons.
They won't give you all daughters.
But the most important reason is, at the end of the day, I'm not settling down with the white man, and because a white man can't raise my black son. He can't prepare him for what he's gonna endure in this world because he hasn't experienced it. So I wouldn't even say, knowing that I want boys, I won't do that.
That's technically true.
And I've said that to a white guy before, and he understood.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to respect that. I'm not talking about girls or nothing. I'm talking about boys, and black men are have a target on their head in the United States.
Let's have this real conversation real quick. For you personally, these are the studies, and I just want to get your take on the studies. From the studies, yeah, gotta keep it real. When it comes to men, men that people want the most are the white guys, but then second is the black guys. When it comes to the women that they want the most, it's the Asian women, and then second, I believe, was the
Spanish.
Latin women. At the bottom of the totem pole
Black
is
women.
actually black women, and at the bottom of the totem pole for men is Asian men. So for you, how does it feel when it comes to your life, your family, or the people that you're dating, that black men are out here, you know, they can date anybody basically, but black women actually tend to want black men? What are your thoughts on that?
Wait, what was the question? I got lost.
The question basically is, since black men are dating multiple people and they are willing to date multiple people, but black women are only willing to want to date black men, just like how you just explained, how do you feel about that dynamic?
I mean, it's hurtful. It's hurtful because I'm a big believer in black love. Black love is very important to me. I had a black mother, I had a black father, and I'm not going to say that it was healthy, but black love is very important for me. It's very important to have examples of what black love is. I want the blackity of the blackest baby.
Blackity of the blackest.
You know what I'm saying? So I grew up not confident in being dark skinned, and so it's important for me to have a little chocolate baby and tell them and teach them and what things help them go through things different than how I did growing up. So being black, being with a black man is the only option for me.
Wow.
White is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Now I will say that I have thought about others, and others is Asian, Spanish, and Indian, but it's just never gone anywhere. I think I've maybe spoke to dated a Spanish guy before.
Yeah.
I like the family aspect of other races, like Spanish people. All the Spanish guys I know, their families are all so close knit, and I love that.
Yes.
Like grandma was like, once the mother becomes a grandma, she doesn't mind being a grandmother and actually helping and Black moms be like, don't even call me grandma. I'm not even call me G-Ma, call me Gigi and all this. Yeah. And so same Indian families. I don't even know why I really when I said Indian, I don't mean Indian.
Gotcha.
I mean like West Indian. Like I mean like more on the Caribbean side, like Guyanese or Trini or like that.
Okay. So for you, race does play a role in your dating life.
Big role.
Got you. Damn.
Big role.
That's huge. Okay, so when it comes to I guess you don't find white men attractive, or
no? It's not that I don't find white guys attractive. I actually live next door to a handsome looking white boy, and one of my other neighbors had a fine ass looking white boy, and I'll say that he is fine. Shit. No, because he was rest in peace. Yeah, he passed, but he was fine as hell, tall, strong, like he was handsome. But that doesn't mean I want him. You know what I'm saying? But I can, looks are looks. So I'm not like, he's white, ew. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be stupid. Like there's attractive and ugly in all races now.
Facts. Now, I just gotta throw this question out there. What if the white person that you have been avoiding, it could be actually conducive to a healthy, good relationship for you?
It might be. That might be the reason why I'm single. Who knows? But I am willing to take the risk to be with a black man. That's deep for me.
I'm about to say that's deep as fuck, actually.
It is. But I have, you know what? Not too long ago, I went on a date with a white guy because I was like, maybe I just need to try once. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And somebody hooked me up with a white guy. And unfortunately, all the white guys that I've been introduced to that have tried to date me are too urban for me. And if you're going to be that urban, then I might as well deal with a black man. I don't need you to be, I need a Brennan. Or, I need a Brennan or a Tom if I'm going to do white boy. I'm not looking for...
Oh, my gosh. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. I'm not looking for Daryl and Brennan. That doesn't make sense.
So the way that you act, if you are a white dude, but you act a little urban and you have these qualities that you might not even grew up in a black environment, I should say, you don't think that's actually better for the long term of your relationships and what you're going through and what your kids could possibly go through?
You could be a white boy that grew up in a black neighborhood. That's fine. So that might be your surroundings, which is understandable. But there is a problem where people still don't understand that even if you are a white boy that was raised in a predominant black community, there are certain boundaries and things that shouldn't be crossed. The guy that I went out on a date with told me, because I went on my phone and was on his Bluetooth in his car and was playing a song. He was like, "Oh, I know that music." He was like, "Man, I'm probably the blackest white boy you know." No, he said, "I'm black. Let me be very correct." Okay. He said, I'm blacker than the blackest guy you know. He said something like to that extent.
That's corny. Okay.
And I looked at him like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, I wouldn't never say this shit like that.
Like, are you? But sometimes you have to look over stuff like that, because if not, and I say something, it looks like I'm picking at everything.
Yeah. Okay.
But that happens a lot with white people.
Okay, let's have this conversation. If a person that has been in the environment that you just spoke of, and he's very open to saying like nigga and stuff like that,
don't you dare. I'll smack the shit out of you. Don't you dare. Nigga. You have no right.
Okay, all right.
That's an automatic.
Because this is where I gotta disagree.
I don't play with that. With people saying, I don't like for us to use that word for real. But okay. I definitely, you're definitely, as man from the mountains of Caucasus, you're definitely not gonna be saying nigga to me. Not around me.
Sound like fucking Cat Williams.
Not to me.
No. From the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah, not to me.
Why does it matter so much? I do want to ask that before I go back into like relationship stuff.
It matters so much because where it derives from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even about, the slang or the hangout of it. It's about, that the basis of where that comes from is something negative to us. So why would you be saying that comfortably?
Because you grew up with that.
I don't give a shit. See, that's the problem. Whoever raised you, whether you're adopted or white family, nobody ever said nothing to you or explained to you why that would be offensive, because that means you're living in a bubble. Because just because you were raised in a black neighborhood does not mean that now that you're grown that you can't learn that, okay, that was that neighborhood I was able to say nigga in because they knew me, they grew up with me, they knew whatever, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm in the world. Why would I just be using that frequently knowing that comes from somewhere negative? Okay.
Here's the only pushback I got to give. I have to, because I got to keep it a buck. We are a little bit older. You are a little bit older. You are a little bit more jaded than a newer generation that is coming up. If you go into a Call of Duty lobby, if you go into a PS4 lobby, an Xbox lobby, it's literally 12-year-olds, kids, white kids, nigga, but they don't say it as disrespect. They don't say it as a means of being disrespectful towards you and your race. They literally use it as a term of like friend or as a whatever. So what I noticed is the newer generation will always replace the older generation. So why would you try to fight back on people that is already pushing when it comes to the culture? Black music is probably the number one. We are always saying nigga in our songs. We are always saying all these different things in our songs. And we are telling the white people that buys our music, that goes to the concerts, that buys the concerts, hey, you can buy our concerts, you can buy our t-shirts, you can buy all that. But you can't say this one word in the sentence of this song. To me personally, that just doesn't make logical sense. It is more so we are too emotionally attached to a word instead of just embracing what is about to come after us, which is when we die, all these little kids are going to be like, hey, what's up, my nigga? And it's going to be something that's not even looked at as crazy 50 years from now, is what I'm saying.
Well, we don't know what is going to be looked at 50 years from now, but what I do know is ain't no white child saying friend in another word to me, around me, without getting popped in the mouth. Because at the end of the day, if it's friend, then it's friend. Like nigga, saying nigga is not. It's intolerable to me. So I feel like the black people that are around these kids that are saying these types of things need to correct them so we can go ahead and get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's in the song or not. Yeah,
See what I mean? It's in the music. It's in the video.
No, I was gonna.
Go ahead. No, speak.
It can get so deep, and I don't want to get it that deep. But at the end of the day, I mean, you don't have to steal everything. You steal the lingo. You steal the hairstyle. You steal in everything. I mean, Columbus Day is upon us. Thieves Day is what I call it, and the thieving has to stop somewhere. You can't say nigga too.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Thieves Day.
Thieves Day. That's so funny. I actually like that when it comes to Columbus thing. I gotta completely disagree with you because obviously if that didn't happen, then we wouldn't be here today, being able to have black presidents and being able to be somewhat equal to some degrees on levels that we have in the world. I can't name no law that is in place where black people and white people are above each other. Now, obviously, mentally is different, society, the way we view things are different, etc. But I can't name a law that is like, for black people versus for white people. So that's all I'm going to say when it comes to that. All I'm going to say is I'm glad we are America now, because if you look at other... No, because think about it.
You're glad we're America?
Yes. 100%.
What are you glad of? What are you glad about?
Because you said Columbus Day. You said, that's Death Day, etc. Blah blah blah. But Thieves Day, whatever. Mm-hmm. But that played a part into what America is today,
which is stealing shit all the time. Came over, killed Indians, and then claimed that he found some shit.
Would you sacrifice your life right now for that didn't happen?
Huh?
Would you sacrifice your life, your family's life, the people's lives that you care about for that to not happen?
I will sacrifice my life for my people.
No. I asked this very specific question. Would you sacrifice your life, the lives of all the people that you care about, your family's lives, for that to not happen?
Yes. For what to not happen?
The fucking stealing shit, as you would put it.
Would I sacrifice myself? You're confusing me.
Okay. Yeah. Would you sacrifice the life that you have now?
Yeah.
Your family's lives that they have now, the lives of all the people that you care about right now, for that Columbus Day of stealing shit to not happen?
Yes.
You would. I wouldn't. So that's where we differ.
Well, to each his own.
Got you.
To each his own.
Now, going back to the dating things, when it comes to actually dealing with different races, it's crazy to me, but I still gotta ask. So, if a guy is a white guy, you have to stop at a certain point of liking him if you like feeling him and you dating him and you're having good sex and you're having good communication, etc., and you just stop at a certain point, or you just don't even start to begin with?
Well, it never goes that far because I'm not. If you know that if you know that you don't like lamb,
okay,
right? Mm-hmm. And somebody's like, no, you have to try this lamb that I made.
Got you.
You might try it. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that you're about to go deep diving in lamb chops now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not saying no to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you know that you're not going to go to the next restaurant and order lamb chops.
Gotcha.
That's how I feel about dating white guys.
Okay.
I'm not like, you're white? No. You know?
You give it a semi-chance.
I've flirted. You know what I'm saying? Well, most
of your customers?
Of the white guys that I've come across are usually too intimidated to even approach me. Okay. But the ones that have made it through are too urban for me. But they're not afraid.
Gotcha.
You know? Yeah. So it's kind of like, I've never gotten that far to like really like a white guy.
I gotta ask this question because this has been burning on my goddamn mind. When all your relationships that you've dated so far, that you've been in so far, who broke up in that relationship? Who was it? Been mostly the guys breaking up with you, or you breaking up with them?
Don't know, man. Leave me.
Wait, what? I don't know what you just said.
Yeah, because I just put on my accent. No, I don't. No men leave me.
So you break up?
Not relationship wise, no.
So you broke up with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So why not stick it out with the people that was, I guess, good candidates for a long-term relationship, or unless they wasn't?
Well, they might have started off looking like so, but they weren't, you know?
Okay.
They might be, and somebody could be a good person, just not a good person for me. Like the guy that I was talking about, I think he's a great guy. Mm-hmm. I think he's a great catch. He's an only child. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, the resume-wise, he's looking good on paper. Mm-hmm. But if you can't communicate with me and then I'm running to you in the strip club.
No, it doesn't sound like a good catch.
You ain't, yeah. But I'm just saying, that could have been what, that could have been what I was seeing. You know, what I believe one guy is to me, he's something else to somebody else.
That's true.
So he just wasn't for me, I guess. That's how I always assume it up. Okay.
So for you now that you've dated all these people, done with all these people, whatever your body count is,
You're going hard.
Yeah, I got to. This is behind the scenes. All right. Now that you're that, generally speaking, what are you looking for now? Are you looking for a husband to settle down with, to try to get your kids? Or are you looking for just, still to have fun and still be out here in the streets or whatever?
I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for a partner. I'm trying to have the 2 sons I want and be out. Yeah.
Okay.
I want a partner, but what I won't do is settle.
How old are you?
Here we go, Kevin Samuels. I'll be 34 on the 11th.
You don't have time. So when it comes to when it comes to the wall, they speak. Do you know what the wall is?
The wall?
The wall.
What, the age wall?
The wall in general for women.
Okay, well, explain to me.
The wall just means that after this certain point, which you already passed.
Yeah, I've already passed. So what are we even talking about? I'm already going against the odds. So I'm not really worried about the wall or getting over it. I've already passed it. I'm supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be finding your husband in your 20s. I'm about to be 34, so I'm already going against the grain. So I'm just gonna keep it up.
I'm just gonna keep going against the grain.
I'm not gonna be like, well, now that I'm past the threshold and I'm supposed to quote unquote older and it's only going downhill from there, let me just hurry up and just grab anything. No.
Okay. When you talk about settling, I want to be very specific. What do you mean when you say settle? You don't want to settle, I'm sorry. You talking about in looks? You talking about in finances? You talking about in what aspects do you mean settling?
Oh, I mean like as far as like in personality traits and well, no, yeah, I would say just personality traits because you could be a little uglier.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we can fix that if you got bread.
Okay.
You can. Cosmetic surgery, you can fix whatever you want.
Your kids
and if you can't dress, I can dress you. If you have finances, we can fix that.
You can fix ugly.
Yep.
But your kids gonna still be ugly.
Well, look.
What the fuck? That's why I don't date women who that got all that extra shit. Natural women for me. So, bottom line is, you are willing to compromise on looks a little bit. Just you're not willing to compromise on the qualities of the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and those qualities are, what is just gonna be like top 3?
What that I'm not willing to compromise on?
Yeah.
Like like a person's attitude, like who he is to his mother, like the kind of guy he, like the, what's the word I'm trying to think of, like personality traits, like his you know, like who he is as a man, like how do you treat a woman, like you know, like I don't know what I'm trying to say, his characteristics, like I'm not willing to budge on that.
Got you. But you are willing to budge on the other aspects of, like, maybe he's struggling through financially. Are you willing to budge on that?
Yeah, I'm willing to budge on as far as, like, you still have to have ambition.
I hate that word.
You still have to, you still have to have, no, ambition is the word. I'm trying to think of
I know the word, because y'all want someone that's always progressing and moving forward, etc. But what time?
That's trying to, yes.
Got you. Yeah, yes. But the only pushback I gotta give with that word, I know this is getting a little long for behind the scenes, but the only pushback I gotta give for that word is, what's the fucking threshold for you to stop and actually rest as a man versus you always gotta have ambition?
Men don't rest.
See, that's my point.
Men don't rest.
That's the point.
Men don't.
Yes.
You guys are providers. You guys are hunters.
At what point does a man say, hey, I need to relax and rest, that I'm making $100,000 a year, and that's all I need to make. I don't need to make more than $100,000 a year. Why do I need to make more than 100?
That's a horrible example. You starting off by saying a 6-figure man.
No. I'm saying
rest, like, baby. Let's invest. But we're not talking about that. I'm talking about the man that is not trying to be ambitious with the regular job.
I'm saying he's a dude that makes maybe $20,000 a year. Then he gets to 48, which is literally the average of all Americans. And he's like, hey, I'm going to relax for a second. I make $48,000 a year. That's the average of all Americans. I'm cool with this number. I can go on vacation, see maybe once or twice a year. I can go see my kids, the 2 sons that you're talking about, to soccer practice or football, whatever y'all want to take them. And I'm cool with that. Are you cool with that?
No.
That's my point. Why would you not be willing to settle if the things and the people that you were dating before hasn't worked? And that's my final question.
Because I know God has something amazing for me. Yes, He does, God. I know You got something amazing for me, God, and He's on the way. Yes, won't He do it? Won't He do it?
I want to end this video by saying, that's the reality that men and women have. Women have this mentality that will come to you, that will be fairy tale dust and blah, blah, blah. And I know to some degree you might be joking. I hope to some degree you might be joking. But men, we got to live in real and fact-based reality. If we don't go out, if we don't approach women, we don't get sex. If we don't be in the gym, we're not getting sex. If we don't make money, we don't get sex. If we don't have status, we don't get sex. If you don't have all these things in place that you have to do as a man, you don't get sex. You don't get women. You are in the buyer seat, so you've probably been used to the buyer seat. You've probably been used for all the guys to come in you and be like, nope, not that one, not that one, not that. Oh yeah, you good, you call me bitch, okay, let's go. You said that earlier. So for you, now that reality is starting to hit you, you still have the same mindset of the fantasy and buyer seat, and actually you should be having the seller seat and more of a reality mindset. What are your final thoughts on that?
Well, my final thoughts is at the end of the day, women are supposed to look a certain way. That's why social media has gone crazy. So we're told to look a certain way to get what we want, right? That's no matter what the age is. Men don't have to be in shape. They have to provide. They have to be financially stable, and that's it.
So far,
a man could have the biggest belly, be the biggest boss, and he could be fucking all the bitches because he's got the bread. Men need to have the bread. Women need to have the looks, and that's just it. Simple and point period. And no matter how older a woman gets, if she still has the look, you're not gonna have her thinking that she's not supposed to be in the buyer's seat, because at the end of the day, she's gonna be getting somebody. She's gonna be getting more than somebody's to step out there to say, hey, I would love to be sitting next to the throne with you. So at the end of the day, I mean, my mentality has changed somewhat, but at the end of the day, certain things I'm not willing to budge on, and finances is a big play in it. But you can be ugly, and that's fine.
And work out. I want to push back, but we're running out of time. Where can they find you?
My Instagram is It's Danielle Rochelle. My name is Danielle Rochelle Jones on Facebook and so on.
Facebook, you know you old.
Don't do that. People are still the businessmen are on Facebook.
Oh my God, I'm actually verified on Facebook. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. This was behind the scenes with Missy over here. If you want to follow her, the link will be in the description below as well. I don't know if I'm gonna post this on Instagram or just gonna be on Patreon. If I do, you are seeing it. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. Peace.